To talk more about this, we're now joined from Ottawa by the host of CTV's Power Play, Tom Clark. And Tom, I need to get some new windows this fall for my house, so it looks like I'm getting my credit. But more importantly, it looks like the Tories will continue to govern. Tell me, there were no surprises really here today in this vote.
No, not at all. The only surprise was, the actual visual of Jack Layton standing up to vote with the Conservative government. He's stood up 79 times in the past to vote against them. So this was new. So in a sense, that was a surprise. But you're right. We knew what the outcome of this vote was going to be. And I think it's fairly certain now that that for all sorts of procedural reasons, the NDP will continue to support the government at crucial points, probably right through until next spring. Because the next thing coming up is the employment insurance reform bill. And Jack Layton has already said that he's going to support the government until it gets through both Parliament and the Senate. Well, there's no way that can happen before the non-confidence vote at the beginning of October. So that means that he'll vote with the government on the non-confidence motion, which probably means that the game has been played out for this year. And then it's probably up to when the Conservatives bring in their budget for next year. Is that going to be before the Olympics? Is it going to be after the Olympics? If it's after the Olympics, that may be the trigger for an election. If it's before the Olympics, it's going to be problematical for the opposition to decide to force an election over the Vancouver Olympics. So there's still a few games to be played. But I think that, 99.9%, so I've left myself a little wiggle room there, that we are out of election room until next spring.
Now, Canadians have indicated that they were not interested in going back to the polls, at least this fall in general. So overall, as far as the voters go, who do you think came out the winner in all of this?
Well, it's hard to say. In terms of people saying, well, Canadians don't want to vote, I can't remember a time in Canadian history when Canadians did want an election. So it's, you've got to sort of look at it through that prism. But I think that, the winner clearly is Stephen Harper in this case. His government continues to govern for at least another 6 months with the support of the New Democratic Party and the Bloc Québécois as well. A group, incidentally, that previously he called socialists and separatists. So now it's socialists, separatists, and Stephen are the new grouping here on Parliament Hill. But things will continue. So I think in that regard, he's the winner. I think that the Liberals are the winner because although they voted against the government, internally they really don't want an election. They're not quite ready for one yet. The NDP are the winner because there's no election, and they definitely do not want to go to an election with the finances in the shape that they're in, and a lot of their members being vulnerable. And the Bloc Québécois as well is a winner in this sense that they have not damaged their position in Quebec, which is the only thing they care about in any case. They've got lots of money coming in. They may, at this point even gain a few seats. But at the same time, Gilles Duceppe was able to stand, as he said, on a matter of principle that he wanted employment insurance for his constituencies, especially in the forestry sector of Quebec. So all in all, you could paint a scenario that says everybody wins out of this, and that's probably the best way to look at it.
And for those of us who need new windows, probably won a little bit as well today.
Well, there you go.
All right, Power Play's Tom Clark talking to us from Ottawa. Thank you for that, Tom.
Okay, Zaretta.